So I sold at mall kiosks.
Oh my God.
That sucks. Yeah. People don't even make eye contact.
Were you like the only white guy doing it?
I'm from
all the Indian guys are like, get the out of here.
Yeah, no,
yo, you can't sell phones, boss.
Those guys are crazy. They'll just grab your hand and put lotion on it. They're like, you're here now.
Dude, they're wild. I love their hustle. They follow white people around and see what they're consuming, and they open the business. They're just like, white people are pigs, and we know what they're going to buy everything. So
consumers.
And then they call their cousin, and all of a sudden it's a grapevine of like, now we got 900 vape shops.
What's up? Welcome back to Dark Mode, the business comedy podcast where I talk with comedians about business and money and tech and stuff like that. Today, I have a guest I'm very excited about, Aaron Putnam.
Yo.
NYC and Chicago-based comedian. Very funny. Definitely check him out on social media. Check him out on YouTube. Also a small business owner.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah. Really, you've joined.
Dude.
You've opted for torture.
Well, when I told my friends that I was doing it, they're like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been more true. Like I was just kind of like, oh, cool. I got 40K, drop it in. We'll open up. It's going to jam. I got 900 units above me. It's like in a big building.
Yeah. And it's a cafe.
It's a cafe, pizzeria. I do breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese. Get anyone in Chicago to actually say that, they'll do it. Can I have an egg, bread, and bacon sandwich? I'm like, can you just say bacon, egg, and cheese?
Yeah, bread.
And then I got New York style bagels in there, and then, they're haters on that. But it's like, it's just not. It's a lot harder than I thought because I'm a comic. I used to work in restaurants, like bartending,
right,
drinking and making tips, but so I'm in over my head a little bit, but it's going fine.
Yeah, it's going all right though.
It's like, I'm just not going to see any real money.
Like, I'm in over my head a little bit. I'm freaking out. I'm aging faster, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's all good. I
lost 30 pounds in 2 months. And people are like, you look great. I'm like, I feel awful. So you're welcome.
I'm on that super stressed diet.
Yeah, so, dude. Yeah. It's like, I have no time to eat snacks. Me and my wife aren't
all enjoyment of life is
like everything that I would like with comedy. It's like, as hard as it is, you kind of getting paid to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I'm like a regular guy on the side, and I have to switch my whole. It's almost like if I was hosting a clean show and I'd be like, all right, cool. These people are 90 years old or whatever. I got to become a different person.
Right.
I got to not speak my mind.
Negotiate with vendors and use their
and that's all fine. Those people are cool. It's the customers. Sadly, a lot of them. There's grown men that will talk to you about milk, like what they like and what they don't like. It's like insane. Because I didn't know these people existed because I didn't talk to. I talked to comics and my wife said, like, I don't know these normal people. They're like, oh, I wish you had hemp milk. I'm so distraught.
Yeah, you don't have milk from merino sheep from New Zealand.
Sometimes I think
what kind of establishment is this?
And I feel like I thought the guy was kidding because we were talking. I'm like, yeah, I have almond, oat, and dairy. He's like, 2%. Is it organic? He goes, I really like organic milk from Costco. I'm like, oh, do you?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Let me run to Costco for you.
Yeah, and then his wife's standing there. I'm like, her pussy's gonna fall off if you keep talking about milk. How boring do you want to be? It's like, I'm glad I don't have a daughter. Dude, seriously. I looked at her, I'm like, yeah, he's talking about milk.
Is this
don't you wish he was a man?
Yeah.
And he wasn't talking to me about milk? Because I fucking don't even have a pussy.
You're like, I got every kind of nut milk there is, buddy. Just pick a kind of milk. Yeah.
So there's that, and then just the reviews and stuff. I got good reviews, but I got one bad one from some little
and then it ruins,
little bee that's like, I said, you cool with your muffin? Da, 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 da. Oh, sorry, it was the wrong one. Can I give you your money back? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And then walks out and just hits those thumbs.
Of course.
And I would just love to just. Hopefully, she's riding a scooter one day down the street on those Uber scooters, and I just clip her. Jesus,
the bird scooter,
dude. It's just like, on her flip flops, like, this is awesome, and it's like, yeah, write a review. Anyway, it's just
white ladies on Yelp,
dude. This is my thing with business. Me included, we do not deserve to have a opinion about everything.
Right?
These people, they're like, I'm a Yelp platinum. Go yourself. You are a piece of.
Brag. Like, you should just
go to Kohl's, go write up about, Elaine Bryant. It's like, these people think they're important now. It's like, everybody's got an idea of, nothing is more true now than that old saying where it's like, everyone's got to be the king of their mountain. Now it's like, well, I work at Costco and but I got a social media, so like I'm going to tell everybody I do this or it's just I'm really getting a dose of like normal society.
Yeah,
but I'm being cool. I'm nice.
You ever met somebody who has like a following on social media who like throws it around with small businesses?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like they're a huge dick, right?
every day.
You don't have to name names.
No. Every day somebody comes by and goes, like when you open a business, they think you have money all of a sudden. So they come like, hey, I have cheesecakes. Go fucking eat one then.
Yeah.
Like this lady brought me in like,
thanks for the,
this lady brought me in some pizzas because I serve pizza there on English muffins in a Tupperware thing. God bless her. She was an old Asian lady, so she gets a pass. Yeah. She was just trying to be sweet, but I go, I can't sell your crumpet pizzas in here. You know, I mean, first of all, it's against the law. It's not like, where'd you get your food? I get it from all over.
You can't just sell food on consignment.
Well, the thing is like you got to cook it in a professional. I mean, like, and they don't. I'm like, thank you, but I have to be nice to everybody.
Right.
If I'm on stage, I can go. What?
You can just do crowd work.
Or like mess around.
You can't crowd work with customers.
And I have to watch it because my kids work there too. And they're just like, Jesus Christ, Dad, you talk so much. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. And they go, what are you doing? It's like, I'm making them think that I like them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like because they're quiet kids. And they're like, how did you just talk that much? I'm like, because that'll make them go away quicker.
Yeah.
You have to grab it. Yeah. And that's what I've noticed. But like, I will not be nice. If anything gets crazy and someone says something, disrespects my kids or me or whatever, I'll be like, you can get the out of here. I mean, I will test that out. But but you know, I'm happy.
So I mean, for the most part, I used to work retail. I haven't worked in a restaurant or food service. I think everybody should work like either food service or like a janitor, like some crappy job like that, or you should try and like sell something super hard. So I sold at mall kiosks.
Oh my God.
That sucks. Yeah. People don't even make eye contact.
Were you like the only white guy doing it?
I'm from all the
Indian guys are like, get the out of here. Yo, you can't sell phones, boss.
Those guys are crazy. They'll just grab your hand and put lotion on it. They're like, you're here now. Yeah.
Bro, you cannot even win an argument with an Indian guy. Bro, they don't give a fuck. They're like, they're like, you know, this is dude, they're wild. I love their hustle. They follow white people around and see what they're consuming, and they open the business.
Yeah.
They're like, they like vapes now? And they're like, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm into vapes. But last week he's like, yo, well, you want a Subway? Like, dude, it's not racial. It's not racist. They're just like, white people are pigs, and we know what they're gonna buy everything. So
consumers.
And then they call their cousin, and all of a sudden it's a grapevine of like, now we got 900 vape shops.
7-Eleven, you got vapes and Subway.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, that's what they do, bro. I mean, David Mamet, there's a playwright that talks about it. It's like, dude, when they get into something, they tell all the homies.
Yeah.
They get it going
and there's
on.
so many of them.
And then everybody's just in flip-flops and serving whatever the dude. You know, God bless them, dude. They know how to get it done.
I think everybody should work jobs like that. But like, okay, so I wanted to ask you, what do you, like when you're spending money? So, or actually, when you started your business, you said you put 40K into it. Did you have the 40K?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I had some passive income, do okay.
Yes, passive.
And then it's like, oh, let me just dump it into this. And literally, and we all know $100,000 isn't a lot of money if you're doing something. I'm not saying I don't respect that much.
If you're trying to start, it's especially a physical location.
And that's why the only people that succeed quickly are these people that already have millions of dollars, and they can open restaurants. Like, all right, we're gonna lose money for what, 1 year? Cool. Yeah. All right, we'll put that right in the budget. We're in the red, 1 million. Cool. And then we're gonna make 10 million. And that's the thing. Yeah. And they want to keep doing that, so they squeeze us all out, which is fine. But then you got all these people like, I love my neighborhood spot. But then if you love it, don't say anything and don't ruin it and be cool. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you will have a Buffalo Wild Wings and a Dunkin' Donuts and that's it.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah. McDonald's never goes out of business. You ever notice that?
Dude,
I've seen some McDonald's in some crazy backwoods places.
Oh dude. I mean,
it's been here for 30 years.
I mean, McDonald's is just, you know, everyone does it. Everyone eats it. I mean, I hate it, but I mean, I have it but you once a month. If I'm on the road.
It's the worst, but I eat it.
I mean, if I'm at McDonald's, something didn't go right for sure.
Right.
Like that day, like, I mean, I missed an exit. The club didn't feel whatever, but it's like, you know, then I eat it. I'm like, you know, this is.
It's reliable.
It's reliable. It's there. At least it tastes the same. Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's the thing. So
what's the thing that you spend your money on that's like unreasonable? Like for me, it's it used to be bikes that you pedal.
Yeah. Sure.
Like,
like good, like fixies or something, or nice.
No, mountain bikes. Like road bikes. Mountain bikes.
Yeah. They're expensive.
Yeah.
I had an Eddie Merck back in the day.
Yeah, or like car people. Like I'm not a car guy.
Yeah.
But like car people who like spend on cars. I'm like, it's not reasonable, but whatever. It's your thing.
I know multimillionaires that the ones that I respect are like, I like nice cars, but like I'm not. It's a tool. A car is a tool, and people that floss. Some people live in it. Some people drive it. Some people wear it.
Yeah,
usually by their race. You know, no, seriously. Come on, check out my lowrider. You know what I mean? Like, you know, check out my crib, B. No. And white people are like, look, I bought a boat or whatever. I don't know.
Did you see my Toyota Tundra?
Because the really rich people that I know, they don't talk about. They'll drive a 10-year-old Lexus, and they're just stacking money. They got, you know what I mean? So I blow money.
What do you blow money on?
Sadly, I don't spoil myself very much, but I always have new shoes, like sneakers. But I went downsize. I used to only wear $250 and up or kind of shoes, and now I'm down. Now I'm buying
I'm down.
I'm down. I like the $90 pair. So I buy Blazers, these Adidas, skate shoes.
What
I
is
used to skateboard.
What is it? Why shoes? What is that?
Just because I'm not into dressing up, but if I have if I have shoes that I'm happy in, especially on stage, I feel good. That some hoodies and sunglasses. That's all I spend money on, and food, going out to eat.
So shoes equals confidence.
Yeah, it just makes me feel it's certain things that you got to have your one little thing. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, that gets you up in the morning, just kind of cool. This is, you know what I mean?
This is what I live for. Shoes.
I was going to say, it's whatever gets you dick hot. No, but yeah, it's if you got a little fit on, you feel better. I mean, I'm not saying Rob Dyrdek about it, but it's this is what I do every day to be successful. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
These people, but it's there is philosophy to business where it's these eating the same thing all the time because it's reliable and you don't have to think about it, things like that. And the shoes, I'm cool. I know that I'm on the road. I'm just going to wear a t-shirt and I got one pair of pants, but I got 3 pairs of shoes on me. And then I just, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. All right. So you reduce decisions other places, but then you have a thing where you're how am I feeling right now? What's going to make me feel good, feel confident, feel.
Yeah. And then simple, the things that I want, because other things, everything else is just boring. I wear t-shirts, hoodies.
Clothing is one of the most interesting purchases to me because we have to buy clothing. Everybody has to buy clothing, but at least in America, most people don't have to buy the clothing they buy. It's all very much a choice and if you ask people about it to pinpoint it, they're I don't know. I just like it. Or usually it'll be it was on sale. It was on sale. I could buy a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was on sale.
Just because the real answer is I want to look like the person that had this on that's famous. I'm you.
Or that I like.
You don't look like that. It's me. I want my hair to be a certain way, but I don't have this shaped head for it. Whatever. It's so now I know these things. I could buy a Rolex. Yeah. But I don't like them.
I'm not going to
first of all, I would never look at it. It's been too long. It's kind of not my style anyways, but there are people all these guys I know, these bigger heads that, they spend all their money on watches. Yeah. Check it out, new Daytona. It's whatever,
you got the skater style. It's not really Rolex.
Yeah, man. And I like to travel, stuff like that. But, but my wife though, that's another story. So I got to count her spending.
Yeah.
She makes money too.
What is her?
We're in our late 40s. So it's she's worried that she's not pretty anymore and she's hot, but she's she's buying when she was my girlfriend, she wouldn't care if her nipples were poking out of her t-shirt. Yeah. I'm great. They can look at them all they want. They can't touch. It's great. You can look like a nice little, look as slutty as you want. But now she buys these chicken cutlets that come, these little rubber things to go over so the nipples.
My wife buys those too.
And I'm like, let them titties fly, baby girl. Yeah. So, she buys that, the skin stuff. She's got one of those things that zaps her face. It's red, like the info red thing.
Also, my wife also.
But she got one out here in Vegas, legit, the real brand off the street for I think $2,200.
I think we've got a back alley brand because
they're all the same, but it's so she's in, and then the nails, she gets waxed every day, and she's not gonna see this. She hates podcasts, but I told her, I go, I'm talking to my younger comic friends, and I go, the witch hat's back at least, a little bush, but my wife's been waxing for so long. Because, when we were coming up, we grew up dealing with
your dad's porn. Yeah,
bush. The bush like this, and now we went away and we're it's smooth as a bit. I was no, they're back on. Hair's back a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, not the full, but
just a little bit, a little landing strip or something. But I can't tell her that. She's like, "Where'd you hear that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Well,
I just don't say anything. I don't say anything. I don't remember where I heard that. And I'm like, keep staying beautiful because I'm going to continue to deteriorate. So I don't know what you're looking for, but but she spends, that's a couple racks a month on all that shit.
Do you know what I want to know? And we were going to have another comic here who's a woman, so I would love to have this conversation. But what is it about? There's a certain point in time in a relationship where women, I think especially, start doing stuff like that, and you can be you look hot, you don't need to do that, but something about their partner
saying
it, they're I don't care.
Wrong answer. Yeah, there's not a right answer.
I don't believe it.
There's not a right answer. She got a dude. My wife does. She can do a one-arm handstand. She's a crazy yogi. Yeah. When she went in to get it a tummy tuck, they were what are we going to tuck? But it's like when you get a little older, just even a little bit. So she got that done. She was laid up for 5 weeks. And I go, are you happy now? You got a scar across your stomach. You made me go off the road for 2 weeks, you said. And then I left, and then you wanted to divorce me because I go, what am I, a nurse? Yeah. And so she was laid up on oxys, and I was like, and then I took those, and I'm just kidding. I thought about it. I got into them. And then I was like, let me fun. I go, 12?
That's my journey now.
12 oxys, not 30, no. Yeah. But anyway.
So we get 12 more of these per day.
Per day, yeah. I'm trying to get scratchy. But anyways, like I can't stop her from doing it. It is a thing with women as they get older because, my wife's hot. It's like, but it's tough, when yeah, her and I don't look as good as we used to, but I'm never going to say anything like, oh, hey, you're kind of like, if she wants to not be wrinkled, I say, chill on the Sauvignon Blanc and the sun and you'll be straight. Yeah. But she lays in the the sun, and like if she was out here right now, she'd be roasting all day.
White people in the sun is a crazy thing.
Dude, I know. And she's
you're clearly not meant for this.
I mean, she gets really tan. She's Italian a little bit, but still it's like, because I'm Mexican, half Mexican, it's like, I'll get real brown real quick. I don't burn, but I also don't, dude, I can't sit down on a lawn chair and eat a cheeseburger with my shirt off. I mean, go that. I'm not into that. The whites that are out there, it's so fun. Yeah. I mean,
you're like a taco maybe, but not just a cheeseburger. Maybe a little bite.
Like I don't want to do that stuff outside.
Right.
Like I don't want to be like, I got a little sand in my.
People sit outside, and there's two things people do outside in the sun that I don't understand at all. One is eat food, just full on in the sun in their face. Oh yeah. Eat food. I'm like, how? Why would you do this? Seems like torture.
It doesn't make any sense.
And the other one is read a book, like a full ass book.
They're lying, dude. You know what I mean? There's no way, even with 2020, that you can relax in the sun and like, oh yeah, I don't mind this glare. Yeah, it's like you're like, and all that time you had at home, you couldn't read a book.
Yeah, no, you never read a book before in your life, But now that I'm sitting by the pool,
I mean, the most sensible thing to do like that at the pool is just get hammered. Right. I mean, at least you're just out there like, the time flies. It's not like, let me go out here and do something.
You're like, I'm getting sunburnt, but I don't feel it.
Yeah. You're hanging out your sweet spot. And you pass out in the sun.
No, I don't get the book thing. That is crazy to me.
Yeah. I've never understood it. I've tried like
you could listen to a book on audio. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, why are you holding a heavy hardback?
I'm telling you, have you ever read that book, What White People Like?
No,
bro.
what?
There's a whole chapter on Kindle. It's fucking hilarious. And Apple products, how white people are like, I don't have any Apple products. I don't really dig Apple, and everything's Apple.
Yeah,
and
we all are. Apple,
Or they're like reading by. It's like reading by the beach. Yeah, white.
You don't catch a lot of non-whites.
Reading by the beach. Radiohead, and like whatever other. Wilco.
Yeah, basically the whole
Wilco. Hey, yeah. I love your Red Wing work boots. Yeah, they've never seen dirt. You know what I mean? I could just,
No, that's true. Yeah, where driving trucks when you don't need a truck. Yeah, definitely a white person.
You got a big old truck, but then you got a copy of Malcolm Gladwell fucking outline.
Like, have you heard of 10,000 Hours?
Yeah, that kind of shit. That's white people love all that. And I'm half white. They're ruining us though. It's hard to get any street cred now.
Just the damn whites,
the bloody whites.
Yeah. But all right. So I knew you were coming on the podcast. I had an idea. Yeah. So one of the things I like to do on here is just like do kind of like pitches, right?
Sure.
I'm a big advocate for brands, companies hiring comedians, to help them write because I think there's ad funny and then there's actual funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so people
like Liquid Death, it's actually funny.
Yeah, and that guy's smart. His whole philosophy with all that shit.
He has a full-time comedian on staff.
Yeah, and also the way he went in with it, dude. Yeah. He just this looks like when I first saw that, and I don't drink anymore, and I was like, I thought of a 40 right away. I was like, that reminds me of St. Ides. It looks wicked, sick. You know what I mean? And then I forget what else he did, but they've done a ton
of stuff. Like he did a collab with Segura where they did like a garbage can where you could put stuff in Tom's mouth.
Yeah.
Like put it in my mouth was the whole thing. It's funny. Yeah.
Like
this isn't just ad funny. This is actually funny.
And it helps because people would probably appreciate ads more if you go, oh, but you know how it is with the cheesy like bump or whatever instead. But a comic. But that's the thing is. I get stuff pulled all the time. Like I'll send packets in, and they're like, it's too like I'm like too comedic.
Yeah, like too funny.
I mean? It's like
they want you to soften it a little bit.
And that's fine, and that's directable and stuff. But it's like if you want the real shit, you know what I mean?
It's not going to be actually funny if you want to pull it back.
And back in the day, commercials back in the day too, like in New York, they would. At every audition, I would see all improvisers, comics, actors. Before I was a comic and I was an actor and stuff. It's like, because that's what they want. They want people that can make funny, you know, and they listen, they're in the moment.
Can you take this line that's not funny and deliver it funny?
Dude, when I go in for commercial auditions, usually like just improvise something and like literally you write the script almost when you're there and they're like, well, that's a good idea. Thanks.
Yeah.
Because you're untalented.
Which is what I'm hearing, which is what I'm here doing as well. You know?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of these ad guys. I mean, I know people that work really high up at what's that big one of the big
Vayner has a lot of comics.
What's old school that's been around forever that's like the household name? Ogilvy. Yeah. So my friend works at Ogilvy and like he's been there since he was like 18. He's like 45 and like, you know, he's rich and like, you know, but like it's an ongoing just cutthroat kind of, but because they don't know what they want.
That kind of Madison Avenue vibe.
Yeah, they don't know what they want either. So they're just like keep inventing and these guys are going on. And then you'll see those guys, like I met him out at a show and he's like, oh yeah, I do that, you know. Yeah. So maybe they really are looking for it.
All right, so I had an idea for Always.
Sure.
I'll give you the origin story of this idea.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll give you I'm just going to throw the idea at you and then I'm going to tell you how I came up with it. So the idea is because you do comedy at your cafe, the idea is like comedy in places where comedy doesn't belong. So like, what if you did like a social media, it's just a social media series where you go into like elevators and test new material.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, because nobody, and this is how I thought of it. Nobody talks in elevators. So we're here in Vegas. I am on an elevator last night, right? Like I'm coming down from like the 21st floor in my hotel and we get to like the 14th floor and it's me and like two other guys in here. We get to the 14th floor, it opens, a girl's like, is this one going down? I'm like, no, this one's going side to side. Down one's over there. She steps in anyway. I don't know why. And that's a Jeff Foxworthy ticket, by the way. But yeah, sorry. If I'm going to steal jokes, I should cite.
Yeah, he stole them too. So
right. I'm sure. Yeah.
Or someone wrote them for him.
Yeah. So she gets in and we're doing standard elevator etiquette.
Yeah.
Head forward or on your phone.
Yeah. Sure.
Like you can look up, like that's okay.
Yeah.
But like head forward or on your phone, no talking.
Yeah.
So she gets in, elevator doors closed. She goes, what's everybody doing tonight? Like just making conversation, right? It's quiet in there. Nobody responds.
Nobody.
We're like, dude, everybody's just shocked. Like, what are you doing?
Why are you talking?
What are you doing? Yeah. And to buy time, I said, what?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, you know, you do that sometimes. Your like wife asks you something. You're like, what? I heard you perfectly.
Well, yeah, there's just that whole apropos of nothing kind of thing where it's like, what is happening right now? Dude? It's, you know, but I wish people were a little more just like, it's so much easier to, I mean, I read a room for a living. So like when I'm in that, I'm not like trying to take away, hey, what's up, everybody? But like you walk in, you get this is what I like to do. Yeah. Like I said, when I talk to my kids see me do it, I do it so then I can rest. So I walk in, hey, how's it going? Excuse me, I stand over there and then I go down and then I'm out. I'm out of the equation.
Right.
I see the crazy right away or I see the crazy and I bounce.
Or, you know, like this is a little aside of the story, but like, you know, the guy who like comes in, makes a joke at the beginning of the elevator ride, and then you got to go all the way up. And I'm like, you burned all your material at the beginning. Oh yeah. And now we're all sitting here like, are we supposed to talk? Like,
yeah, for sure, dude.
So she's in there. She's like, what are you guys doing tonight? I said, what? And she's
minding my own business.
I said, what are you doing tonight? I just said, what are you guys doing tonight? And like now I realize I said what. So like I'm on the hook. I'm on the hook to answer,
dude.
Right?
Because you're not a piece of shit.
And I'm panicking. And what like in all honesty, I could have just told her what I was doing. The problem was the thing I was doing was I was riding the elevator down to the lobby so that I could go to the like store thing and buy some M&Ms and some milk because I wanted a treat. But I wasn't about to tell her that I was a grown man. She's pretty hot. I was about to tell her that I was a grown man going downstairs to buy milk. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so now I'm like I can't come up with anything else. And I'm like, some blow, like that's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what sounds cool?
Well,
and so luckily the dude, so she's facing forward in the middle. I'm kind of directly to her left, and then there's a guy who's in the corner, sort of behind her to her left, and he pipes up. He's like an Eastern European dude, and he's like, "Yeah, don't really know yet what I'm doing." And so she turns around and she says, why don't you come with me? And then I was like, oh, okay. Like it clicked. She's a working girl.
Yeah.
And like, cause I'm just this dude from Utah who did not expect that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm putting this all together. These guys probably already knew, you know, what was going on.
She's a whore.
I'm like, God, dude, you're talking to her. So she's like, why don't you come with me? He's like, no, I can't. I have, body and trunk. I've got to bury.
I ignore everybody, but it's like, is that still a thing in Vegas? Like you sit at a bar and someone will walk up and say, hey, you want a hooker?
Well, she's coming down from the 14th floor. So I think she was trying to do a back-to-back, you know?
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So they just let it go. I mean, or they work the hotels.
I think so.
Was she
well,
really hard?
I've seen some YouTube videos on it, and sometimes they'll get run out of the hotels, but I think that's pretty much what they do. Then, But yeah, so he's like, yeah, no, I've got to go bury Baldy or something like that, right? Yeah. And she's like, well, what about after? He's like, oh, he's a heavy guy, I'll be tired, you know? Yeah. And so like they're having this exchange, and now and the whole time, all I'm thinking, at least now I've gotten a second to gather. Like if she turns and says, what about you? Like, what am I going to say? I'm like preparing because they're having this conversation. And so she's turning like from looking back at him, and her head's just turning around, probably just to face back forward. And as soon as her nose points at me, I yell, I'm a cop.
I'm a cop. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
No, I don't want you to ask me.
Oh, the guy was probably like, wait for this asshole to get out, and then we go to my room.
Yeah, why would you ask me in front of these guys? Yeah.
Let him get out of here first. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like, you want to come do the body thing with me or what?
Yeah. I've gotten older where it's like I forget, like I'm in public, like I was waiting for the elevator today at the Nugget, and I like ripped a fart in the hallway, and like this family was coming up, and I know, I know they heard it. Yeah. And then I got in the elevator, and they're like, "We'll take the next one." That's one thing.
You're like, it's trailing me. Yeah.
Well, it's just kind of like, because dude, I mean, that's something I got to remember now. Like, I'm not trying to fart in public, but I like sometimes I'm just so used to like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I was the whole thing. That whole experience made me think like. Like I was willing to impersonate a police officer, not because I was uncomfortable that she was propositioning guys, because I was uncomfortable she was talking in the elevator.
Dude, I got
whatever I have to say to make everything for the rest of this time be quiet.
Yeah, I shut a lady down once. I was getting coffee. I was on the road. Some place was called like Big Beaners or something. It was retarded. It was like, it was like what are we going to name? Oh, coffee beans. I'm like, well, it sounds kind of racist, not for nothing, Beaners. Mm-hmm. But she goes, how you doing today? And I go, good. And she goes, no, how are you? I go, oh, you f***ing crazy. I'm getting coffee. No coffee yet. No talking about coffee.
I said the thing that you're supposed to say.
And then she goes, what are you up to today? I go, not much. She goes, no, what are you up to? And I go,
stop.
I go, I'm helping my friend lay a floor. I don't know why I said that.
You were. That's not what you were doing.
I was just like, no, I was on the road. I was on the road. I was just
you're like man.
No, because man stuff. Because if I said comedy, then like, oh, tell me a joke, and I never do that. I always go, I'm working, and then they're like, oh, and then
what do you do for work?
And then she goes, and I thought that would shut her up.
Yeah, helping my friend.
She goes, oh, wood or laminate.
You're like a floor lady, I see.
Dude, her bag was deep, bro. Yeah. And then I was kidding around, but I was super grumpy. Yeah. And she said something else, and I go, you know what? It's Tuesday. Usually on Tuesdays, my wife and I get tacos, and
yeah, no.
Yeah, and that mortified her.
She was like, what kind of lube?
Yeah, that would have been great if she's like, oh, did
like, you do the KY or just
baby oil? Yeah. If that would happen now, she would have been mortified. But I was like, you have to shut people down. But that's the thing. It's like, I'm friendly, but like, dude, you got to be New York. It's like, hello, goodbye, hi,
Right. Yeah.
So back to the thing you said, the pitch. So
So my pitch was like that. This all made me think of that. Like it would be funny to do a thing where you like just go like a social media thing where you like go into like elevators or other places. I think elevators would be great, and you just like test new material in there and like crowded elevators and like what for the most part people probably won't laugh and it'll be so awkward. And,
I mean,
but then the people watching will laugh.
Well, the thing is, dude. I mean, it's not actually that's not a bad idea. I mean, I wouldn't do it now, but like when I was an actor, we used to do monologues in Thompson Square Park, like people do street shit, and like do like a thing from Shakespeare or whatever. So it is a thing. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, and I was thinking at least like the whole like kind of angle of it could be like there's worse, like it's not a comedy club, but it's not an elevator. Like come see comedy at the cafe.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That's a great idea. I think I might take that.
It's like there's worse places to see comedy. Like there's better, but there's also worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great idea.
But then like you could do a whole thing where it's like, your wife gives you a prompt. So there's like a Jerry Seinfeld prompt. You have to go like do all Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, there you go.
You're like, what's the deal with the elevator? Like,
and then all of a sudden,
try and make people laugh.
Like I wake up in the morning, she's like, you're Carrot Top today. I'm like, I need some makeup. Oh my God. Put a fucking piece of pork belly on my face. She does like physical people. She's like Jim Carrey. And then you gotta run around there. Yeah. I mean, like, it's like I'm a puppet, got her hand up my ass. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right. So, I'll throw you a couple other ones. This is somebody wrote this one in. They said, okay, my company, this one's kind of a hard one, I think, but let's
try me.
My company sells pop-up flower bouquets. The holidays are a peak sales period for us. We use Facebook and TikTok ads to sell our products, and most of it is just like either images of the product or just videos of it being put together. So they're like origami bouquets that look like super legit, I guess.
They a friend of yours?
Yeah. No, they're like they
yeah, I don't want to shit on it. No, I mean,
they listen to the pod or they know me, and you can shit on it.
No, I don't even want to shit on it, but it's like, it's kind of reminds me of like edible arrangement, where it's like, great, now this is made of chocolate and it looks like flowers. I mean, but there are a lot of people, I mean, the clientele is going to be a bunch of old people.
He did say we could, so if you want to like search in a tab, Trevin, it's fresh cut paper. Is what the brand.
I mean, it probably looks pretty. It probably looks pretty.
I don't think I linked it there. Sorry,
but it's actually one of those things where it's like, okay, well, this is a lost art. You know what I mean?
Fresh cut paper. Yeah. So they're like they sell like bouquets of flowers.
Oh, they're jumping though. Someone's buying it.
Yeah,
it's like in the edible arrangements.
Yeah, look, they look pretty legit.
Like my mother-in-law would. Orgasm from that. She would be like, can I get more of those?
Can I get more of those?
Because she loves edible arrangements too. It's like fruit plant,
right?
Or whatever.
So he's saying like usually we can just like put product images out there or a video of the thing being made or whatever. But he's saying we're looking to take more risk and make some ads that have more personality and humor. We're willing to listen to crazy and funny ideas. However, a lot of our customers are older or middle-aged mothers and grandmothers. There we go.
Crafters.
Yeah. While we're open to any ideas you can come up with, the ideas that we'd be most excited about are the ones that are funny but wouldn't alienate those.
I would say pivot into more of like the Chia Pet thing almost, where it's like, here's all the stuff, the construction paper and everything, and they'll send you one and then you make your own, and then like it becomes
these bitches love crafters,
because these bitches love to craft. The people that want that
stuff, they're like kind of mad you're sending it the thing done.
Dude, I mean, I think they're appreciated. They're like, this is what I want to do.
They want to pretend they did it.
Absolutely.
Like when people come over, they're like, wow, that's really cool. And you're like,
with no shame.
No, I did that. It only took me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and they wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't already a market for it. But I think, they're going to have to everyone gets old if they stay alive. So, I mean, I guess,
Yeah, this is some old people.
I mean, I would say more diverse models.
So that's not one white lady in one white shirt.
Yeah, it's just like, hello. Is that Sarah Colonna? Looks like a comic. Yeah. Looks like Sarah Colonna.
Yeah. Well, I think they should try an older model, like a grandma model.
Yeah, they should.
They could probably kill it with a grandma model.
Yeah, like they got to do a grandma model. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, it depends on if they want to. Oh, those are kind of cool.
I think they could. Yeah, they've got like dog ones.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of other. So so they're doing just fine. But like, I think they just have to pivot into dirtier stuff too, or like ones that's like, hey, I made you one. It's like, this is a husband and wife for a wedding or whatever, and it's got the thing on top.
Right. Yeah. Or it's or like a gag gift one that that. Or I think a thing they could do with it is like that whole bit of like the like old craft lady pretending she did it herself.
Yeah. Oh,
like they could just do that as an ad.
Dude,
like it's just like some innocent looking old grandma lady,
and then it's
just like deceiving.
And
her
then
friend.
It becomes like the progressive ads or whatever, where it's just like the campaign and the new one. Yeah, dude, you got to have fun with it if you really wanted to branch out. Because that's the thing is, old people, hipsters like that stuff too, because they're old souls. Yeah, those idiots. Yeah, they're like wearing the grandma dresses from a thrift shop. They're like, I'm an old soul. I'm like, no, you would just wear ugly dresses. But
no, okay, I like that. Grandma pretending to do them, ads, more gag gift type products. I bet they could probably develop products so easy.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised. I mean, I haven't looked into all of it, but I'm sure the sky's the limit with that, because if they're already making that kind of stuff, they could be making little villages if they want to, what I mean? There's probably so many staples in that thing, and like whatever or maybe it's glue.
Well, so I do know this because I know the way that it's folded together, it like comes flat and you basically like pop it.
Yeah, so it's some real nerd shit.
Pretty
when I say nerd, cool. I mean like they're nerded out on it, like in a good way.
Yeah,
so
like I'm sure whoever's developing product for them, like
they could catch on.
They like engineered this paper together.
I mean, I would almost like.
Hit me with the Halloween collection. Let's see the Halloween collection.
That's something that I would put in my cafe. Like if I made them,
there you go.
If I made them a sponsor, Fresh Cut, and people around the holidays could get the stuff to do it.
That's a good idea. Like go into local restaurants.
Hit me up, Fresh Cut.
Yeah, Fresh Cut paper. Here we go. I'll send them the episode. Send my person there.
I could help out with that.
Like go into local restaurants and like be like, all right, here's some decor, and then just like give like cards or like QR codes.
Yeah, I mean, I do an art therapy class in there once a month.
That's cool. They've got like a haunted house.
So people they do all this stuff, and like there's a bunch, because I love my old ladies that come in and shit, so they're kind of cool actually. So
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Decorate local cafes with it and have a QR code.
I mean, because the thing is, I don't know. Because everything's so online now, I haven't personally seen, but I'm also not trolling the streets for like edible arrangements and stuff. But it's probably in Chicago, something like it.
Yeah,
but it's all
their
mail
price
order.
is really good. I bet they can.
Yeah,
they
isn't it like $12 or something?
I do know that they're like doing very well. So
yeah, I'm sure they're fine.
He's just trying to say like, what if we, what could we do that's like a little bit more?
What's the history? What's the bio of it? Like, my wife loved this.
The dude, go. I think there's like a about us, maybe at the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom.
But it's
like
not
for the
sad.
story,
Like
our story or something like that. I think he's like
when my wife
the guy
passed
was
away.
like an engineer and an artist, and he came up with this idea.
Dude, he knows what's up.
Yeah, renowned designer. He's a renowned designer.
Okay, so he's
renowned designer Peter Hewitt in 2020, a graduate of RISD. He went to Rhode Island School of Design.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Peter's developed products for Disney, Revlon, Crate and Barrel.
So
and
this is a passion project, and he's fine. He's doing just fine.
Yeah, he did this.
He should know what to do. He knows what to do.
Yeah. Well, he seems like a designer, not a marketer. So I think our advice is probably
that's right.
The best possible advice you can follow.
I mean, he'll pick a more famous comic to help him. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a great idea, Aaron. Hey, Tom Segura.
Yeah, you can ghostwrite for Shane Gillis on this one.
I just saw.
He seems like the right fit.
He'd be like, "Nah, dude, that's gay."
He's like, "Yeah, that's gay."
No,
it's great.
He's doing just fine. He's like, "That's cool, man, but it's gay."
Yeah, that's great, but it's gay.
Yeah. He's on fire.
That's my Shane. Yeah, he's doing great right now.
All right, he's doing pretty well.
Let's hit one more in a couple minutes here. So scroll back up. Sorry, I threw a curveball on that one, Trevin. Let's do Wolfpack. Wolfpack's really interesting. No, let's do Haverhill. So what they sell is, so he said, let's make some funny ads and social media content. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like one of those standard like jewelry. It's like birthstone jewelry,
sure.
Sort of customized jewelry. They mainly do like necklaces, bracelets, earrings.
Oh yeah,
and
this the AA one,
yeah. And this is like standard type of stuff. Like lot of people do.
What's the price on that? I'm just curious. The A right there. That
A. Yeah. So that's personalized.
And that's
so it's going to be a personalized price.
Okay,
right? So
are they racks or 500 or whatever?
Yeah, a few hundred. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's real jewelry.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Nice
My wife
jewelry.
likes it. Like she's into infinity things, so he has like a little infinity necklace. They love shit like that.
Yeah. Their best selling thing, he said, is birthstone stuff.
Yeah, and that's what my wife loves. Her I think it's
whatever her month is. I don't know any of them.
It's October 21st. I just don't know what her stone is because
we'll go to shop by birthstone, or like there's a section I think that has the birthstones. Hover over all of the menu things.
No, she's amethyst.
I think these are in order. I don't know, man. I don't know. Explore all births. Explore all months right there on the left. Explore all months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's Opal. If she's in October.
Yeah, Opal.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's right. I got her an Opal once.
Wait, why are there so many Octobers? Opal, Sapphire.
Yeah, there's because of all the different opals. Yeah. She's a black
this
opal.
This seems like a hustle. They're just like, this is a birth. We added a new birthstone for October.
Yeah. My girl loves her some stones, dude.
Yeah.
That's
all right, so there we go. We just have a guy like, my girl loves her some stones, and that's the
ad.
Bro,
I mean, this kind of shit's a wrap. Whoever's doing that, they already know. They got everything unlocked, dude.
I think if you're gonna go funny with this, I don't see any angle other
cock
than
rings.
What's that?
Cock rings.
Oh, that's develop funny products. That's funny. Yeah, or I don't see any angle other than going with like do you know what you could do? Like I like to think in social media series, like you could do like go out and do like interviews, like with guys like, hey, when was the last time you bought like a woman jewelry? Like, and just try and get stories out of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be like, were you trying to have sex? And he's like, yeah. Like
or it's like,
or like you go ask the girls
up,
like,
dude?
when's the last time you got like a guy bought you jewelry, and they're like telling
or
me,
like where they said,
did
like,
you fuck him? Like, well, yeah, of course.
Or it's like catching guys like you don't know the stone, bro. It's like, like I did, like all that.
Yeah,
you could easily do man on the street shit with that. For sure.
Yeah. Or it's just a super cut of girls being like, yeah, of course of course. It'd be rude not to have sex. With you got me jewelry.
October's here now too.
Yeah, I got a wet, dude.
Yeah. That's another thing I'll be spending money on this month.
Yeah, there you go. A birthstone.
Here's another ring.
Yeah, is she energy like a stones like because she's a yoga person?
But the thing is, she's not hippy dippy, but she's into chakras and stuff. So she's into like
crystals is a big in that community.
And she's into living in the yellow, which if you know trauma, like the yellow is like the big space. We want to be in positivity, your open heart, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
she doesn't talk too much like that because I'd divorce her. But
you're like, she's married a comic. I'm going to make fun of you.
Well, and
the
thing is, it's like people think that she's so yogic, but she does yoga so she doesn't stab someone. I mean, she's like she needs it. You know what I mean? So she's not real hippy dippy. thank God.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the only real funny angle with jewelry. So like, I think you do like kind of an anti-joke thing, right? Where like most jewelry ads are like hinting at it like, oh, get this. It's like this romantic ad. What if you're just like, trying to get some pussy? Like,
exactly.
Buy this. Or like it could be a whole angle of like if her birthday's right now in September, don't buy her this. Wait till you can be like, I just saw this and thought of you.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get
it shows him like just kind of pontificating, just kind of like what else? Her birthday's that. Her sign is Virgo. Yeah. And then someone's like, what's her stone? And he's like, what's her stone? And then it goes to this thing. And
go
it's
a little more clean with it.
Or whatever.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
No, that could work.
As far as I know, most ads need to be a little more clean.
Yeah. Or just it could be like, do you ever do like a thing where, so sometimes I'll get like prescriptions for my wife and they'll be like, what's her birthday? I'm like, you're really throwing them at me, aren't you, dude?
I know, dude. I believe we know
birthday, mother's maiden name, social security number.
I mean, I could
what's her birthstone? Like, what?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I've gotten pretty good now. I'm 10 years in. So, I mean, I could rob the shit out of my wife if I want. I'm like,
I know your passwords.
Social security number, boom, just everything you have to do for each other anyway. So it's like, we kind of know that,
Yeah. So you could do something like that. It's like, what's her stone? Yeah. That could work. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was fun. Aaron, hit us with where can we follow you? Pitch.
Comic_Aaron Putnam on Instagram, Man Child and the Yogi podcast, everywhere you get podcasts. And I'm on the road. Check me out, comedianaaronputnam.com for all my dates. Yeah. I'm all over the country.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Thank you.